Alright guys, welcome back. Got some more trying to win a chess. And it's very simple. It's just in the name. I'm just trying to win. I probably should play here. I wanted to take in the center. Okay, now he's letting me. So I might as well. Okay, he is rattling off these moves. A6. What does he want? He wants to double. Okay. Well, I guess now we're gonna have to win with a double structure. That's not hanging, so we're just gonna continue our development. Oh, that pawn was hanging. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Now he's just up a pawn, and this is gonna be hard to recover from because I've pretty much restricted my movement. I have to like give up another one, pretty much, or just strike back. This is bad. This is a very bad opener. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Well, luckily he hangs one right back. Alrighty. It's a game of chess, I guess. It's a game of chess. Wow, I mean that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Man, what you gonna do? It's life. He's pinned his queen now too. I actually think I'm just going to. I want to take, but then he gets his knight activated. But we're pretty we're pretty much in a very like open position at this point. He's gonna take with the knight, but honestly, I don't. Yeah, I don't think this move was really good for the simple reason that this is very squishy. Um. Oh wow. I get a what? I guess not a phone call. Um. Well, from here, I have a few options. I could take. I could attack this knight, or I could develop. I'm thinking we're kind of too on the defensive, and this is pinned anyway, so there's no need to interact with it. And the beauty of this move is that it defends as well. So we've kind of gained some solidarity slightly. I'm expecting a move to attack. Right. So he defends the knight, but now I can play this to finish up my development, and I'm gonna mute that. And we'll just play chess from here. Okay, he's going for my bishop, but I could always just take. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm just going to take. And I think here, seeing as there's no, well, there is pressure on this right now, which is scary. I can push it to kind of defend it, and that's probably the best bet. Because obviously the queen's not going to take because she's the only thing guarding, and the queen is guarding this pawn as well. And I think I'm gonna finally get my king out of the center and try to play around the dark square bishop. It's probably our best bet. Could try to fight for this open file, but rook here. But this file isn't really like the strongest thing in the world. So yeah, he's threatening here and here. But neither of those is a threat. So I'm gonna get my king out. Now there are some threats. Somewhat. Somewhat some threats. Um don't really have too many moves here. I could try to fight for the file, but that's kind of pointless. I mean, I could play here to fight for it, but I think would be better bringing a rook and trying to win this file. Because there is no threat. No back rank threat. Queen is defending. Still keeping pressure on this knight to where he pretty much is dominated. And I'm thinking not bishop. Bishop f5. And then knight e4. This is a game of chess. Okay, so he's trying to get in. He's trying to get in. I could just try to win this file since he's tried to get in. But the problem is he's gonna take and win my queen. So here, there isn't really much we can do other than like this. Well, honestly, not even this, because then the pawn would be taken. So we don't really have many moves other than just like kind of developing and ignoring. We're just gonna have to ignore because I mean, there's no threat of mate, um, but we can just attack the weaknesses and eventually maybe get this knight out of the way. But I doubt it. I don't know. He could play here, trying to attack me, and yep, he takes. So many would think to take here, but this rook is not doing anything. This rook is actually pretty shut out the game. So it'd just be better to like take the actual like free stuff. And you know, nothing's really hanging. And we will slowly try to march down the board and win the game. Now he can play here. Well, no, actually, he doesn't really have much. He takes that pawn, which is wasn't it was free, but it is what it is. It's life. You're gonna have to make some compensatory move. That was not well said, but it is what it is. We're gonna play here, attack the rook. I know I just hung this bishop, but I'd rather make improving moves because then he will stop trying to barrel down and kind of allow himself to be dominated, if we're being honest. Do I have any checks here? No. I'm only down one pawn, which is kind of beautiful given the circumstances. Could play this. This would do absolute F all. So I think playing rook here, threatening to win this eventually. We're just starting to get in. Because we kind of calmed down his attack. He doesn't really have much of an attack here. I do have a lot of weaknesses though. But his king is out in the center with not much actually protecting it. So we slowly try to whittle down the threats, we'll be fine. A queen trade would not be good because we just lose the queen. I mean, we'll just lose the game. Well, he doesn't hang that, but my plan was to always play here. And He was better off trying to guard both pawns. But do I have something else? I don't really have any other moves. Everything else will just get taken. So I can even offer to trade rooks, but trading pieces down material already is just not sound. So we're gonna try to bring the rook. Best move would be bishop back. That would be the best move. Let's see if he finds it. It just straight up is the best move. It defends everything in the position to maximum efficiency. And then I'll have to. Okay, he doesn't find it. So now I have this check, which is not going to win anything necessarily, but it's going to do some damage somewhat. And it just straight up, you know. It straight up just wins some kind of material. Now I could like just go for like straight perpetual and hang a rook. So that's definitely not smart. I could play here to hang a rook, but we really don't have many moves at this point. But we can go here, threatening to win this bishop to eventually win this pawn. And then we'll try to get in, hopefully. Luckily, there's no, like, back rank. The king is just going to... Now, actually, I think this is just... Oh, no, it's not, because the rook is protected. But this knight is causing a lot of problems for us right now. He defends. Let's see. I could take this bishop and then get in the endgame where we're up a knight. But the thing is, if I take this bishop, right, he's going to get here and he's going to make me. And I can't take this knight. This is a really tough position. We're actually probably better off playing here. This is really just a waiting move. Genuinely just a waiting move. To not, hopefully, make him think a little bit here. But, I mean, there's not much to think about. This is actually completely losing for black. And he pushes upon himself, which was fair. It's absolutely fair. I don't really have any checks that don't just lose the game outright. And this pawn is just defended. Probably should have tried to get this pawn. I'm just going to actually push. And the idea is just to hopefully remove this pawn so we can finally take this knight. Because this knight has been the bane of my existence for the entire game. He shouldn't take. We shouldn't take. But I can also work to take from the back. So, and he does. So now there's no knight on the board. And his rook is still under attack. But I can't even take because of this bishop. So maybe take the bishop, then take the knight. And that'll probably be our best hope in salvaging this game. Because luckily for me, this rook is not playing. But this bishop was being very annoying. And now we take with check. And it's not mate, I don't believe, at least. But I may be getting them soon. Let's see. Here we have this. Then we can slowly work to make the net. Because in this position, that's the best we could do. Seriously. There he just takes the rook. give this check, defended via rook. But see, the problem is the queen will take, and then after all the trades, we'll lose the game. And sacking the rook wouldn't be smart either. So what if we give this check, which I think will force the queen to take, and I think we will win the queen because the he runs. Um, I could play this, or I can take. I think I'm going to take, but the thing is, he'll take me. So he's trying to get out of the net or repeat moves, if anything. But I may have this, which causes some problems. It causes some problems for sure. I don't know if we're mating him yet though, but we're getting close. Probably, maybe, possibly. I have like 30 seconds to find maiden one if he hangs it. I gotta really look. I gotta really look. I could just win the. Oh, he blocks. I think. Oh, is that the only move? Yep, it was. Wow, that was a game. What a game. So he was completely winning out of the opening. I'm just gonna say that because I completely gave up a pawn right after trading off and weakening my pawn structure. Let's see what's he saying. Yeah, good game, Tim. Um, but after which we kind of uncorked a few tactics that was able to kind of shut down the pieces. But when you're down a pawn, you kind of have to get desperate. You just do. There is no other way around it. You're gonna have to get desperate because they're just gonna play with pawns. And he actually was very smart with the a3 move, forcing me to take, activating his queen, and getting in and eating pawns. Um, honestly, I should have worked to kick this knight out. I just should have because the knight being here, and even though the crazy thing is, I'm still like it's still -4 for black. Black is still in a completely fine and playable position here, but this is completely winning this position right here because there's just so many weaknesses, and he still has pieces on the board that can checkmate me. So yeah, we had to work to find some tactical things. Um, definitely don't know why I did play G4 or G6, G5, or just straight up G5 quicker to deflect. I honestly didn't think he would let me win this night. Genuinely, I thought he was going to just not go for it, and I actually. Oh no, it wasn't maiden two. What would have been maiden two? I don't know if I can. Oh, that's brutal. Knight f2. Oh, that's brutal. And then what's the only move? Here. And I think. Oh no, is it? Yep. Queen b2 is mate. Wow. So I found what mate. What is mate 5? Yeah, from right here. Found mate in. What move was that? Oh, but he hung mate 3, I think. Well, not really. It was more like mate 5. It was basically the same thing. Anyway, let's get into another game. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name, but is that a Jamaican flag? I don't know. Oh no, I said Jamaica. Brazil. I am. Oh yeah, I deserve that for claiming you to be the wrong nationality. That was bad. Okay, nah. So we're getting one of these. Um, this is one of those games you immediately aim to play more principled. You just have to, uh, because their idea is to create this like pawn storm, and yeah, it's just a complete lesson in continuity. So he's trying to trap my bishop out the game, but he completely forgot that now he can't push. And well, no, well actually, I should probably move this knight. I'm gonna move my knight here. Move my knight here. I almost tried to get too tactical with him just now. So what? He's trying to trade off bishops. Well, your structure is bad, so I don't know if you really want to trade off bishops. But should I do it? Or should I force him to take me by playing an annoying move like this? I'm going to actually develop. Because if he really wants to take and double, we can do that. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Because now the problem is I'm never moving these. So you've pushed this pawn to oblivion, so to speak. And you've opened the file for my rook, which a free Oculus is insanity to allow. Uh, Here, I think I'm going to continue my development. And yeah, like this pawn storm. And the problem is now the storm is kind of shut down, right? Because this double pawn is just gonna be rock solid, right? I think if you go back to the last game, you'll see that the double pawns stayed there, or they might. I don't think they stayed there. I think he actually ended up taking them, but that's how it works. You either work to take the pawn. I'm just going to continue my development. You work to take the pawns, or you just lose them. I'm going to cast a long. But yeah, here what's going to do it is just playing a move like e4. Um, because yeah, he's trying to get a knight out, but the thing is he's gonna take here, so I don't really want to play that. That's the problem. But trying to break through would probably like be the most sound thing to do. Um, but eventually, one of these pawns will stop being guarded, and that's when the pieces will come in and do their thing. So here, just play a waiting move. I feel like I don't know, maybe put some pressure here, because why not? But this is a completely closed position, and he's trying to get in. Um, the thing is, we're too protected. So like he's created this fortress of pawns and left all of his pieces at home, and you just can't go to war with this knight alone. It's just not. It's not going to work. Like so now your knight has to. Okay, and he takes anyway. Interesting. But now my queen is active, while yours is going to sit at home. Which I mean, can't really turn a hoe into a housewife, can you? I'm not claiming his wife or his lady to be a hoe or anything. I'm just saying somebody's got to work the lands, and it's clear it's not this guy. Look at this lazy king. Couldn't even start the castle. So now I'm thinking, what's his plan? Is it to trade off all the pieces? I mean, that's fair enough. It is, but I think I'm actually going to play this to isolate his pawns a little bit, or at least begin to. Now, the only thing is, it will undouble, which is not the greatest, but the compensation we get is that we have an isolated pawn. So we can start to attack this chain that he created, and it's already starting to fall. So now I can break it out with a move like g4. And the idea of g4, okay, and he doesn't spot it. So with g4, now he has to make a decision. Either move this knight and lose the pawn, which would allow me to become active. Okay, he attacks the rook. But I think your knight might be a little trapped. Unless you play... Oh no, can't move. You can't move any more forward. You would have to try to go back, but you can't even go back. Yeah, I think... Yeah, buddy, your knight's trapped. Your knight's trapped. And he only... And this is again the problem of going to war with just like one piece. Like your knight's just trapped. Your knight is just trapped. It just is. Like if you go anywhere, I'm gonna. He takes the pawn trying to get out. I think. That does get him out. Actually, no, it doesn't. I can still just take. I forgot about that. Oh, but the knight. Well, actually, I don't really know what his plan is here because now I'm gonna take this, and you know, you got problems, buddy. Uh, there is no back rank threat, and you have no checks. So this is kind of a problem. He played too much. You just can't go to war with one piece. It doesn't work. Right. So I'm protected here. Um, so I could try, like I said, to go to war with one piece, but I think I'm actually now, or even bring this rook, but that rook is not protected, which is the problem. So maybe I'm thinking playing here now because this will open up the center some more and finally allow my my knight some mobility. It, and he's trying to lock the center. Pretty boring. Pretty boring if you ask me. But I'm just see. Well, the thing is, he can take. Well, this is gonna start this capture chain because then I will take, and then he might just take here. But if he does that, then here comes, yeah, here comes this, right? And also this pawn is just still hanging. So now we've won all the open files, and after it all, I'm going to just take and defend my rook. And he does have this check, but taking the queen is insane right now. Oh, yep, he's starting to bring the king to oblivion. Also, this rook is so like, you see, guys, how it kind of goes from bad to worse with this kind of play. You know, so now he's down a full rook. Right. Okay, he checks me. Um, but sadly, there's just no mate. There's just no mate on the board. There just isn't. And yes, Oh well, he just run my rook back, so that's instruction. Oh, okay. Well, he just. That was a brutal tactic, actually. That was actually a hell of a tactic. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to really consolidate because I didn't find that tactic all the way. But we can work to eat the pawns, which will help. It's about all we got actually. So let's go ahead and okay. I guess he's gonna win that one back. I'm guessing that's his plan. Yep. Uh, we do have a passer that we might have to try and make use of. Because do we have any checks? No. Queen will take. Okay, gives this check. Just gonna. I could block, but then I'll lose the knight. Wow, he spotted that whole capture chain, and I did not. Well, he spotted that check to win the capture chain. I'm gonna play here. He gives this check, which now doesn't win anything. I guess he thought I was gonna try to do this. Uh, but I'll just play the same move. I hope we don't repeat moves. That would be a very anticlimactic way to end this because this is a hilarious game, if you ask me. Because boy, oh boy, did I start a little early with my capture chain. So I guess I have this, which maybe it'll consolidate something. Yep. Uh, and he's just going to take, and I don't want that. Mm, could go here to try to line it up. Go like bing bop. But he has a queen on the board, so it's very dangerous. Like extremely dangerous. Yeah, he's trying to eat the pawns. He's probably going to eat this one before anything. But this is somewhat close to stalemate. Yeah, this is. But it's not because he has two pieces on the board. So yeah, I had to sack everything. And now we're going to try and push. But exactly. He's just going to check. And it's mate soon, actually. I think mate is here. He played a hell of a game. So I'm actually going to resign. I always say never resign. But it's mate on the board. So yeah, it's mate in 4. But yeah. The key to this playing against this is to not rush. And you see, the idea here is just to play as solid as possible, right? He's gonna try and get in with some things, but you have to, kind of consolidate. Um, and from here, probably would have been much better to not hang the rook, but it's a sneaky opening because the idea is just to like leave the pieces at home and bring them out at the end. Um, but you have to do your best not to make sure no pawns is hung before then, which is not as easy as you would think. And it was completely winning until, you know, he finally spotted that you can just take this rook, which it's instructive though. So we're gonna get into another game though. Definitely one of the more annoying attacks to play. Really. Oh, I did completely hang that. I'm just down a pawn now. Yep. Uh, we don't really need to go too crazy though, because the queen can't really attack much else. She can give this check, but I just defended against it. So yeah, she'd be bringing another piece. Could kick her out, but I'm gonna continue my development. Because honestly, the best way to punish these type of queen attacks is like this. Is just trying to continue development. And now she has to go away. Oh, he finds that. But I'm actually fine with the trade. You think it'd be losing, but the difference is I'm actually up a piece. I am down a pawn, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to try to get me to hang anymore. And now we can play simple developmental chess. And being down a pawn is it's hard to uh, play for the end game. I'm gonna castle now, but when you have compensation in terms of being up a piece, it kind of makes it all worth it. And we're gonna win the two open files, like right now. And start to try to consolidate, hopefully. Yeah, he's already trying to make a break for it. Uh, but he's pushed so many pieces in front. He doesn't really have much to like. Yeah, so this is already a free pawn. But I can also just play like knight here because your bishop is blocked in. So now we've created some kind of blockade. Uh, and I actually could just straight up attack this bishop now because you cannot take defended via the pawn. So, oh, this is a check too. So you either have to take with the rook and lose your rook, or yeah. So that's bad. That's bad. That's actually really bad. That's actually really bad. Uh, yeah, just that was just you know simply not good. Good, you know. And this is just the way you can. One of the ways you can punish early like queen attacks. Um, I could go here, but it's not mate, sadly. I think I'm just gonna eat. I'm gonna eat pawns. Defend my pieces. Yep, he's going to try and attack and create counterplay, but now the kind of complex we've built is too strong. It's too strong. So I'm just gonna eat. Make sure none of my pieces are hanging, but they're all on good squares. And from here, it's kind of a simple one to convert. Oh, he played there. This is not mate. It's not mate, and it's not really winning. I don't really have any other checks. I do have this. Oh, this is good to win the bishop real quick. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Defended via the pawn, and yeah, okay, he gives up. So yeah, but this, yeah. Well, actually, he can defend the bishop, but it'll just kind of go from bad to worse. You know, like we'll slowly just march up the board and get rid of all the pieces. And we also we could play this, which would just force it back even more. You know, So like then it'd have to like go here and be like super passive. And now it's pretty much mate because we've put the pieces back as if we were restarting a new game. That was a pretty good game. Um, it's not much to say about that one. I feel like I said everything I needed to say there. Uh, it's just okay. So now with one of these, you have to visualize what's being attacked. So this is under attack. But oh wait, no, that wouldn't defend it. But we can defend it by even just pushing. You know, uh, but we could even play a move like here, which would attack the pawn, and it's defended by the queen. There's a lot of things you can do against it. Okay, so yeah, he's going for the full-on checkmate threat, which I think is pretty cool. Uh, we could play. We got a few moves here because at this point you can just kind of finish up your development. Uh, but I think the best move, honestly, would just be to finish up the development, or even taking as much space in the center as possible, given the circumstances. So he may take, which actually no. Well, he probably is gonna take. I probably shouldn't have played this move because yeah, he is just gonna take. Like this is actually I actually shouldn't have played that uh, because it does block this diagonal, but once he takes, I'm down a pawn and it's gonna be a weird one to play around. But I mean the knight is guarding, so if we just if we kick out this bishop some more, it'd be what it is. He's thinking. Uh, might be looking at a database, but oh, or maybe not. Okay, this is like the third game that stuff like this has happened. Is this something I'm doing wrong? Why doesn't nobody want to have fun and play some chess at 10 p.m.? I feel like that's a good time for chess. When would you guys play chess? Especially you playing this queen queen f3 stuff. You would think you want to play chess this late. Maybe people are early birds nowadays. Is it gonna let me? Thanks. Okay, gambit. I always take because 9 times out of 10 they play moves to try to win it right back, or they just like play standard development moves. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just play up a pawn. And also, my idea is, especially if he takes, back, I'm just going to trade off the queens. Yeah. Well, actually, I could do this and let him take me so we can trade off queens. Yeah, it's all relative because I am up a pawn and I have a leading development. So, like, playing like this is white is just not really good. Like, you would want to play more like sound. Okay, he goes here for that. That is a move. But you ain't really checkmating, you know. And considering I've already taken something with the king, oh, he castles to deliver a check, which is pretty cool. Oh, maybe he does have some kind of stratagem, but I, for the life of me, will not see it. You got to sack all your pieces for it to actually work. But I think he's trying to slowly box me in. But I'm gonna try to break out with e4. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break out with e4. Now it blocks his diagonal. Okay. And just going to play this. Right. It's going to make developing a lot harder. It's absolutely going to make development a lot harder. Uh, right. So now I could defend via the pawn. Or I could even just kick this bishop out. Yeah, I'm just going to kick this bishop out. Go away. Go away. Oh, I completely hung this knight. Yeah, that's definitely instructive. Uh, definitely instructive. This is it's kind of losing for black. I'm gonna be honest. I mean for white, but I definitely just hung this knight. I knew I shouldn't have played that though. I don't know why I did. But now he can even take, but he doesn't. So now I can just still take this bishop. So he kind of, in all honestly, didn't win the bishop or the piece. He is going to win this pawn though, right? Which it is what it is because we're tied on the count. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with trading off every piece now. I am actually just totally fine with that. And if not, I'm gonna just centralize rooks, and we're just going to. He attacks my rook. I guess I will double up. Um, Here, let's see. I could play rooks to the second, but that's too early for that. This rook is hanging. I'm gonna play here to then hopefully double up. But he actually was able to win back the pawn, which I think is pretty instructive. But I guess his idea was to restrict the movement as much as possible and then kind of go from there. But he's also, in the grand scheme of things, restricted his movement. So you give, but you also take, right? And now he's trying to attack my rook again because he knows that's where it gets scary. So we're just going to line these two up, and he'll probably go back. Yeah, probably shouldn't have played that, but it is what it is. It's life. And now, unless he plays another move, like he goes back, he goes. At this point, I'm about to let's do a draw because this man, he got to this point and had no clue. Yeah, he got to this point and had no clue. Yeah, I mean it's losing, but it's not it's an end game. It just is. So I mean I could have prolonged it by even doing this. Oh wait, jeez. I don't know why chess.com has been so laggy. But I could have played here. Well, no, but could have eventually got to here and really played this. So played this, which offers to trade off knights, but he obviously doesn't have to do that because my rook is hanging. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess at this point, he really, honestly, that was just all him. I think he just wanted to make the draw. And, it is what it is. It's life. Can't really argue if somebody wants to draw that badly. So we're going to play here. I hope to heaven he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't. Um, Now we can take this center. So he's trying to go, well, he is here for that. That's not really the biggest threat, considering I was just going to play knight f6 anyway. Oh, he pins me. Only thing about this pin isn't really like the scariest. Like, I'm actually just going to develop, to be honest. Because, I mean, how you know I was going to move this? Oh, well, he wanted to take. But luckily for him, I had this. And, yeah, I'm guessing he wants to do this. Oh, well, see, that's the problem. There was really no plan then. You see what I mean? Because, wait, why didn't you take the unguarded, this pawn? And then why did you block it? Your bishop. Okay, so he did want to win this pawn, but you just left your bishop out to die. For what reason, I don't know. Is it because of some knight hop you got? You don't really have it? Yeah, I don't know what his plan is. Because then after takes, which, or maybe he wants to trade queens. Maybe he's going to take with the queen. But the problem is the bishop is no longer pinning, So, like, the continuity didn't help him. Right, so now I can just do this. And I guess he wanted to trade off every piece in existence. Or just, okay. All right. I mean, that's understandable. That is understandable. Um, but I think I'm just going to play back. You know, because I mean, if he really wants to trade off queens like that, I mean, he can do that. He's up a pawn, but he's down a piece. And we've seen that song and dance before, but the difference is, yeah, I just bring a rook, right? And he's instantly trying to trade off pieces, which is fair. But I'm gonna develop and then get my king out of the center. Oh, what? Really? Given playing the endgame down a rook? Yo, that's crazy. Oh, he didn't even. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, he just didn't really play with much of a plan there. Uh, he just didn't. Uh, I guess we got out of the opening and he got a little flustered and, you know, didn't believe in the continuity. But the engine sure did because slowly but surely, yep, just literally slowly started winning the advantage. And, well, not slowly because from here it's just completely. I don't know what would have been better. Maybe here. I don't know if it's really a best move. I only made one mistake, so yeah. It wasn't really much else to say about this game. He kind of just couldn't scan for the attacks, and he should have honestly just. Or can he still castle? No, you can't. Yeah, you can't castle and check. That's what I thought. Um, but yeah, it just didn't have really a sound plan, and he gave himself nothing to capitalize on. Like, it was just I mean, it was just simple from here, like especially like giving up the rook like this. Like, yo, my man, because I mean, once you take, oh, that's brutal. I forgot the rook. I brought my rook. Yeah. So once you like get out the way, I'm just gonna castle it. Now it's game over. It's game over because even if you go like here, I mean, no, this way ain't your shit. Actually, there is no knight move. Your knight's actually completely dominated. So yeah, this was not a sound game. This is what you get at this level, at this 300 level. I think we're gonna play one last one, the Tatted Assassin. I kind of like that name. Uh, do we want to play here? No, we don't. Not yet. I think we do this, and then we, if he allows it, and he does. I keep it simple with black. I just go for the BBC and we ball. He's thinking. Gives a check. I could block a multitude of ways. Actually, I think I'm going to block with the bishop. It keeps me a little. Oh, nope, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Well, yeah, I shouldn't have done that because it allows him to take now. It allows him to take. So this BBC that I'm working so hard to defend and protect, he doesn't spot it. Thank the heavens, because now I can somewhat redeem myself. I could even like block like this, but then it will still allow him to take. And he's not threatening to win the other pawn, so I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that was just a free pawn, but now we can kick him out. Go away, go away, go away. He's not gonna go away. He's gonna go like here. I'd rather him actually like go to the d3 and forget about himself, but nope. Bishop a4 is probably the move. Uh, because at this level you get pretty stubborn players. You just do. Yep. And I could go chasing him with pawns. It just it's not it's just not really like the idea though. Like it just isn't. Uh, it just doesn't work. So, uh, but we can work to develop some more. Yep, I knew he was gonna take this pawn though, because he wanted so badly to win it. But if he takes, now I can just take the bishop. See that? Oh, he noticed. Ooh, he's a smart boy. He's a smart boy. He's definitely a smart boy. But now we've kind of consolidated somewhat. But I think he's still going to take this pawn. Um, he's probably going to take with the knight. Um, we could go to war like this, but we can also kind of force him into an uncomfortable position because now he either has to take or lose this bishop, which he's moved like 1,000 times. So it's kind of certain ways to consolidate. So like if he takes, which wouldn't threaten anything, I can just take the bishop and double his pawns and then pick up the knight. Or even bring a queen out. Okay, he defends the knight. So if I take, then I get forked. So that's not sound. But I could play this to pin him. And the idea is if he takes with the knight, I'll take back. And then my knight is in a better position. It's kind of apples to oranges though. So I may even play it with the queen. But I kind of want to keep this right here to where if he even does think about snapping off this knight, I can do that. So what I'm gonna do? No, but then I hang it. I think it'd be better to pin this pawn though. I feel like it'd be better to pin this pawn. Yeah, I really like that idea actually. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Restrict his movement some more, and I guess we'll just have to deal with a double structure. And I made castle long. It's okay. Well, see, this is kind of inaccurate, no? That feels inaccurate to me because I mean, I'm not really worried about the knight. Um, can't really do much. He finally takes. Uh, but now he's also pinned himself here. I could take, but getting tunnel vision here is just not the move. Um, so I'm thinking maybe even plop R9 to the center and threaten to win the bishop. I like that actually. Because there is a pretty sneaky idea here. It's a pretty sneaky idea. I don't know if he's going to let me get it off. Don't know if he's going to let me get it off. But I could take this bishop. Takes. Uh-oh. So we'll see if he notices, but he may not because I didn't even notice it when I played it in the first place. He may even just try to snap. Well, actually, he can't because of spawn. I forgot. So you got to be mindful of how you play. Okay, so he doesn't notice it. He doesn't. Well, but the problem is though that I forgot. He just can get his queen out instead of taking. So I actually don't think that move is really that strong. Don't think the move is that strong. Now I could do a deflection, but well, actually that may be cool. That may be cool. Let's scan for checks though. If he does that, he'll take with check. See, that's the moment where you have to scan for the checks. So I'm actually just gonna play rook at g8. I'm gonna play rook g8. Just try to win the file to then set this up because we're threatening a pretty. Oh, is he going to allow it? Is he going to allow it? Well, he can slide over. But we're slowly starting to make some improvements. Much needed ones, might I add. But it's not winning. It's definitely not winning. This is a totally playable position though. Oh, he checks me. Not sure what the idea is here. It's not. Am I missing something? Does he have a follow up? I don't know if he has a follow up. Maybe the idea was to danger level. But the only problem is your queen is still under attack. And I'm still threatening to do this. He doesn't spot it, guys. He does not spot it. Should we uncork it? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Because either way, I guess he can. No, he can take, and then I'll be put in danger. So uh, it'd be rook for rook, or rook for rook and bishop. That doesn't hurt. I don't think that hurts. Oh, he doesn't spot it. He does not spot it. And my queen is not getting trapped because this bishop is so horrible. Then I can play back, and we could maybe work for a queen trade. I don't know. Threatening this pawn and this pawn hangs this bishop. I could get tunnel vision, but I think it would be better to defend our house, especially considering he just allowed the rook to guard. So I don't need to be doing all of that. We're going to just do this to defend our house. Now, of course, he could. There it is. He could take. And that opens us up to the king. But luckily, there is no real threat. There is just no real threat. But it's still not, it's still a game. It's still life because we're going to have to really work for this position. And we're going to have to work to justify this position. Right, he goes here. Maybe now I can start to build up some pressure up here, though. Build up some pressure. I think that would be nice. There's no real threat because we'll just take, and this file is not even open. And oh, I just hung the rook though. This rook had no guard. Oh god, that was so bad. That was really bad because now this rook is hanging, and it's hanging the pawns and all of that. Oh, that was so bad. Why did I play that? That was absolutely horrible. Now the queen's getting in. She's just getting in. It's gonna be hard to like work this position out. It really is. I don't have much to do to win it now. Might have to give up this pawn and allow the queen even closer, because that's what she's gonna do. She just, oh, she checks. I was looking at this check, but I was thinking to myself, the rook takes. It's not mate, but it's bad. It's bad. But he will remove himself from there, and we might be able to try to take with check and do something nasty, but okay. Yep. So yeah, instead he's winning the rook now. So that's even worse. Yeah, there's not much I can do about this position, to be honest. Because he's definitely finding the tactics. He just is. Like, he's about to eat up all the pieces, and yeah. It was good, but that was just a pure blunder of a rook. I got the tunnel vision, and it allowed him. Oh, he's disrespectful with it. He's disrespectful with it. I don't have much, though. My only hope is that to bring this queen. I could have even worked this. Oh, that would have been very inhumane to do that. But yeah, he takes with check, and it's bad to worse, man. It is bad to worse. He's gonna win this bishop, and I don't have nothing. I have nothing. Oh, it was completely winning, but I just made that one mover that just allowed him to get back into the game. I have no hope now, other than to just not lose the queen, which is not as easy as you would think, because he can just go here and immediately win the queen. You know, so like, well, not really, but this is not winning anything. He even wanted to just win the rook like that. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't have much of a hope here. I really don't have much of a hope. Yep, she's just gonna guard that. I can't beat him to promotion. I could sack, but what does that do? You know, so I guess we'll just push pawn. He queens before me. Oh, he takes, which was even better because I can't even take back. Wow, what a way to lose. What a way to lose. Yeah, I don't have no way to stop it. No way. I actually have no way. Just going to queen. Yeah. Instructive way to lose this game. Very instructive way to lose this game. I mean, there's nothing that can be done. There's nothing that can be done. I'm gonna resign. Wow. I mean, I just completely hung a rook, and it was just that. Uh, oh wow, chess.com is really laggy. It's lagging. Oh, I didn't mean to do that though. It's lagging really bad. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, nothing else to say about this game other than don't hang a rook. You know, you lose most of your. Oh, there it is. You lose most of your advantage. Uh, I mean, it was. Oh my god, chess.com don't even want me to talk about chess no more after that one. I don't even blame them. But yeah, don't hang a rook, guys. This is clear cut example as it gets as to what happens when you're down a rook in a queen and rook endgame. I call it queen and rook because the bishop was not doing anything the entire game. So yeah, they are the endgame piece for a reason, though. Now get out of here.